which I should probably get going for. Okay. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Do you have a cruiser? I'll just bring mine.
What am I supposed to bring?
I'll just bring a cruiser.
You stay safe, man.
Jesus.
7 ED 1064 if you might.
Gunman?
Oh, yeah, I was just waiting for the other people.
Oh, no, you're good.
They're gonna be busy for a while.
Yeah. We're on our way now.
Okay, how many do we got?
One at the moment.
Okay.
Ooh, bad headaches today.
Did anyone even respond to that robbery? I don't see anyone near it.
Let's see. No one is attached to it right now. Lovely.
Has anyone responded to that latest 68?
That store's gonna be clear. There was nobody there.
Oh, it's clear.
The one in Little Seoul.
10-4.
Interesting.
You know, I was thinking about if they left fingerprint over there, but I've been having trouble with the machine lately. For some reason, it's not bringing up the correct people, or brings up nobody when I look up the fingerprint.
Yeah. So that's the problem with our MDT. Likes to remove fingerprints sometimes. So some of the times you won't get the fingerprints, which is annoying. So that's why always double check that you have this person's fingerprints and save it into their MDT before sending them off. So I know a lot of officers will just say, "Oh, you don't got a fingerprint. What's your name? Oh, that's who you are. Okay, perfect. Send them off." They don't actually take the fingerprint, build it into their actual profile, and then save it, which gets annoying.
Make sure you go to the other side of the building, where I sent you that location.
Okay. You did not send me a location. Oh, yeah, I see it. Never mind.
Yep.
Here we are. Should probably just turn these off.
Is he okay?
Nope.
Is that a dummy or is that a real person?
It's a cadaver from the morgue. He donated his body to science.
I see.
Okay, can I have your full name, please?
Mia Valentine.
And your badge number?
177.
Perfect. I just wanted to let Captain Melvo know all the people that showed up. So thank you for showing up, because honestly, if you didn't, I would have been really sad. Okay, so
I have
how
nothing
this
better to
workshop
do.
is good. That's good. But you know, you could have just said I'm really excited to be here. Nothing better to do is better than nothing, though. Okay. So, in this workshop, it is going to be completely hands-on. You are going to have the chance to figure out what happened to this gentleman in front of us, starting from here. So, what would be the first thing that you would do with the body?
I would check. Well, first of all, I would check if he's alive or not, and try to
He's
figure
definitely
out.
dead.
So, at the moment, I am deeply looking at the body, and I see a bullet hole to the head.
Nope, no bullets. He does have a wound on the back of his head, but he also has massive gashes and bruising and everything like that to the back. Also a broken spine, and probably broken legs and arms.
I guess I ought to search it thoroughly.
Okay? And I'm just gonna say it. You find massive bruising and blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Lots of broken bones. You also find his wallet in his pocket.
So, he was hit on the back of the head. This was not a robbery.
He also has broken bones and massive bruising to his back. So what do you think happened?
Bruise to the back. Was that done with a weapon?
Inconclusive, but it's a lot of bruising.
If there was no bruising, I would think that he was hit on the head once and he died, but the bruising on the back is throwing me off.
I would say look up. If there's a body on the ground, massive bruising, a good chance is he might have fallen from the top. So, where would we go next, Detective?
Well, to that platform over there and see if there's any evidence of a struggle.
Exactly. Even if you didn't see massive bruising, because as you know, and everybody knows, you wouldn't necessarily have the person or somebody telling you exactly what happened to the body. Sometimes autopsies have to be done or evidence has to be sent to a lab. In this case, you got me here, so I can tell you. But if there's a chance that somebody may have fell from something, looking up is always a good thing, a good idea, because most people don't look up. So a lot of criminals like to leave things high up. So, shall we go upstairs?
We shall.
Let's go upstairs. Okay, this is kind of a weird trek, so, yeah. Whoops, wrong one. Upstairs. Thank you, Governor.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey. Now, Governor hasn't seen this either, so I'm gonna let him. You can ask him questions. I'll respond to any questions that would be about the evidence, but you two could work together on this one. He hasn't seen the whole.
Hmm. Well, at the moment I see a bloody footprint. I can't really tell which size it is. I'm not really versed in their size. But I would try to follow where they're going.
Sure.
So. There's not one over here. There was one downstairs, so.
It could have came from that direction.
Yeah, it seems like.
What I would intend to do, right?
Mhm.
So if you're looking at footprints, normally you would inspect the boot print and see like kind of what direction they're going. So you can have strides, like you can see boot prints from here, but they could be going in different directions that you think of. So what I would do, right, is just examine the boot or the bloody footprint and just see what direction it's going.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that, well, with a lot of the footprint that we're going, I think it might have like happened somewhere like around there. So I'm like checking there first. I didn't
Sure.
I can't really tell exactly which direction it's going. It's kind of.
Well, if you inspect it, you would kind of see what the way that the boots form. You can kind of know where the front of the foot goes. So that would be your biggest indication.
Closely.
It's a size 10 boot print. It looks like it is heading in the direction that you guys were walking.
So it's going that way. Yeah, I kind of figured it started like from there. So
Let's see,
I
it's going in the way I'm looking, so it's going this way.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was going like behind us.
Yep, nope, going the same direction you guys were walking.
I don't see footprints over here, so they might have went to the floor above.
Maybe.
Oh. This looks quite conspicuous.
So what evidence do we got?
Well, there's a bloody handprint on this. I'm gonna see if I can see the content of the box.
You said the content of the crate? Or the box? Alright, so inside you see a whole lot of, or not a whole lot, you find a couple of baggies. It is fully open, so you can see inside of it. You see a few baggies left over. They've been cut open, but there's definitely a powdery residue on the inside.
Yeah, and I see a money bag over here.
Uh-huh.
Seems like. I look closely at the money. Do I see any blood on it?
A little bit, like some blood droplets.
Hmm. So would you say that he was hit while looking at the crate, or?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You gotta find the evidence to point out your story.
Right.
That's
So-
the whole reason for investigations. You got to put all the pieces together.
I see. I'll
So,
look around for the metal object, if he left it around here or took it with him.
before we go anywhere, you want to make sure that you take some DNA or any kind of evidence that you have. So, what kind of things can we be picking up so far?
Blood samples.
Uh-huh.
And
And a good picture of that bloody handprint. Because if there's handprint, we might be able to lift some fingerprints out of it too.
Yeah, we ought
You
to.
could also be taking evidence about something else that's not a bodily fluid as well.
Well, the crate itself is evidence, so
Uh-huh.
we would be taking a picture of it as well. Actually, we would be
The crate, the money.
we'll be taking like picture of like almost everything.
Yep. Uh-huh. We won't do that for this workshop. If we had more people, again, this was designed for like 5 or 6 people, so you guys would all be working together and like spreading across the facility. But yeah, we would of course be taking pictures of everything. We'd be taking the crate with us. But Kovner is right. There is one more thing that we should be testing.
We already said the handprint, the crate.
Uh-huh.
I can't really think of anything.
You gotta look at that white powdery substance next to the money. I hope it's there for everybody. But you're gonna, just because there's white powdery substance doesn't mean that it's necessarily drugs. Yeah, so if you were to test that, that would definitely come back as cocaine. But it could be sugar or something like that. So we always want to test to make sure. Don't do the old school way of like sticking your pinky in there and putting it into your mouth.
I'm not
It's
Mike.
definitely cocaine. Yeah. You would hope that it was sugar.
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay. So I will leave it up to the 2 detectives here to continue. What's next?
I think that's Kovner's cue, right?
It's both of yours.
I mean,
What should we do next?
we've gathered all
Should we
the
work?
evidence. I would.
Did you find all the
Well-
evidence?
Well, we haven't found
Yes.
the metal object. I was about to.
If it was a
look around
metal
for it.
object.
I would say gather all the evidence that we have here and try to pinpoint the location of where that body roughly fell. I'm guessing would be that direction over there by the tower. So I would suggest going over there, seeing if there's any extra evidence that we didn't see or miss. I would say before that, take one good walk around the perimeter just to make sure we didn't miss anything up here. We could go over there and look it out.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay?
Oh, also another thing you didn't mention, but we ought to like walk carefully so we don't destroy any evidence.
Yeah, be
Yep.
careful where you're walking so you're not walking on footprints and tampering with the evidence that we have.
Good point. A lot of officers forget.
Yeah.
I was in the scene of a couple of officer murders. I've kind of done like similar.
Fortunately, I had to be there, but
Death surrounds me. Why am I like... Hmm. So, from what it looks like, the a drug deal went wrong over there. He walked all around here, and I think I see something over there. Oh,
Well,
do you have a
first
battery
off-
pack on me? My radio's about to
Yeah, I do. Here. Well, first off, what do
Oh,
you
I didn't-
see in?
I'm sorry, I didn't
What?
get that. I just put it on the floor.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it now.
get that one.
Yeah, I apologize.
Very good. So, what do you see when we inspect this area? Seeing a few things that could be good evidence for us.
Well, I would say that the bloody rag and the bloody hammer is a good point to start. So we would take a picture of that. And
Okay.
hmm,
So you take pictures of it. Now what?
well, I would take a picture of it and inspect it for fingerprints to see if the culprit left his fingerprint on it.
Perfect. What I also like to do, because that there's a bloody rag, I would try to, swab it for any other DNA. So blood, hair follicles, skin follicles, anything that can have any other DNA on it. You're correct with swabbing the other stuff with DNA or fingerprints as well.
Hmm. So would sweat have enough DNA to point us somewhere? Or would it
It
be...
could.
Say sweat.
Yeah, or would it like be drowned out by the blood? Because right now I'm assuming the blood. I'm assuming that the culprit didn't bleed and the victim was taken by surprise. So blood rag probably belongs to. The blood on the rag is probably going to be on the victim, blood of the victim. But yeah, I never even like thought about that. Yeah, we could like get other point of DNAs, sweat or hair follicles.
Well, what I like to do is when I'm like swabbing something for DNA, I would just think about it. So, like, let's say I'm gonna swab this hammer for any DNA. I would just go like this. That usually gets the basis across. You're swabbing it for any DNA, anything that come up, blood sample, fingerprints. If you want to go the extra step, you can dust the hammer before swabbing it to see if you lift any fingerprints, like the.
Hmm. So, you got the body from the morgue. I'm wondering about the blood. Is this pig's blood or?
Movie
worry
set
about it.
blood.
You are focused on the crime scene, detective.
But that's what I would do. I would say if it's like an object, like a hammer, or you find a handprint, dust for fingerprints, and then swab it for any DNA, so you don't mess up any fingerprints that are on the scene. I would also swab the rag for any DNA as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you
But
guys
I would
swapped it, And the blood on the hammer matches the blood of the Vic. The blood in the rag matches the blood of the victim. And the handprint, the blood of the victim is the blood. However, the handprint and fingerprints do not match the victim.
Did we get any fingerprints from the hammer?
The hammer matches the fingerprints that are in the handprint.
Yeah. So what could have happened, right, is the suspect used the hammer, beat the local, and used the bloody rag to clean off his hands, or tried to at least. I mean, basically it. You can also kind of see some signs of something over there that we can also inspect when we're done with here. But that's what my biggest thing is right now. Suspect used the hammer on the local and cleaned himself off with the rag.
I see. So I would go to the lab in PPD, or was it? Do we still have a lab in PPD, or is it in Pillbox?
That would be us. So, clinic
Yeah, we have
has
it at
a
Pillbox
forensic
or,
unit.
Davis.
Yeah.
And we'll see if the fingerprints have a match in the database.
Yeah, so you would think about that. You would bag up the blood, take it to the lab, and think about your me's and send it off to the local lab experts, and hopefully you get an answer back, and bang, the blood and the fingerprints match, and if you're lucky enough, you can get a positive ID on someone. But I do see some more evidence to our left there by the tower that we just could check out.
So from the fact that they didn't wear gloves, I don't think this thing was premeditated. It might have been thought up on the spot.
True.
Very good point.
If he was
Or
able to kill him
it
from
could
the
be that's a good point. Or it's someone that wants to know who they or wants to show off who they are. A lot of people around here like to do that. Leave some evidence behind, pushing them in a certain direction. Just to get a little hype for themselves. Or they could have just, bad day at work. The local pissed him off and saw the hammer, whacked him. No one was around, tried to clean up the body and make it look like a work accident. We don't know what 100% went down here.
Well, keep looking.
Okay? So, this is what roughly the body looked like it came from. And look, there's some blood here. Looks like you inspect. It looks like the same boot print we saw over on the other side. Actually, but before we go past the boot prints, there's one thing I like to do with measuring boot prints. Like, it is a size 10, but sometimes I like to do measuring the width of the boot. Most times, female boots, or shoes for that matter, are thinner than male boots. So you could always check the width of the boot, see if like the approximate size of it, so you can get a rough estimate of who you're dealing with. So that's what I like to do, but not everyone does it.
Yeah, it will narrow down the list of suspect if we can figure out if it belongs to a female or a male.
Well, yeah, it narrows it down, and also if you bring back the prints in the blood and it comes back to a female, then boom, you already checked off 2 marks. Boot prints that come from a female and fingerprints that come from a female. You kind of put 2 and 2 together.
So,
Going
two
past
thing-
that, what do you see now? Oh, what's up?
So two things kind of caught my eyes. There's blood on the railing, so the person still. That's the blood of the victim, but there was also blood on here. So I wonder if is it going in a certain direction? So I wonder if the perp like hit him again, because if he hit him again, that would splatter like that. But I don't really
Well,
see the
what
reason
could
why
have
he hit him again.
happened? What could have happened, right? If we, let's say, if I was on this case, let's say the local that fell was standing on the right here, and the person standing with the hammer would be here, right? The person with the hammer hits the guy, blood splatters, covering you, and what would you get? Blood splatter on the wall. The local, incapacitated from getting hit with a hammer, falls backwards, leaving blood dripping off onto the rail, and falling back first onto the ground. After they just did this deed, walk, covered in blood still, back over to their little area there and clean themselves off with the rag. That's what my guess is.
So what you're saying is that this might be the scene of the crime.
This is probably where it all started. Because blunt force trauma, like with a hammer, could splatter a lot more blood than if a knife could. They did do splatter blood, but blunt force trauma will make it splash. And if they're standing right here, then it would definitely make some splatter on the walls and on their clothing. So I'm guessing they hit him right here. Local fell. They got nervous, walked away, covered in blood still, and walked to that little area and cleaned themselves off with the rag. And then did their business walking away.
But why did the local die?
I'm guessing saw something that the suspect didn't want them to see, and came up to talk to them and try to take him out before he can say any information. Probably saw the drug deal or whatever was going on down there, and the suspect came in and took care of the evidence. Did a sleazy job because probably wasn't expecting someone to be up here. Did the deal and saw the guy up here, came and talked to him, and bam, killed the guy before he could say anything, clean himself off, and continue what he was doing.
Yep, just like Valentine said. Very good point, and probably didn't plan to do it. That's why fingerprints were pretty much left everywhere. And yeah. So when was the perp at the box of cocaine and money? Before or after the person died? That we know of.
I'm guessing it was going to be after the perp or the individual's dead, because we did see boot prints going towards the area, and there's a bloody handprint at the crate as well.
What do you think, Valentine?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. We did have the bloody print, and all of so the footprints, they're all like facing that way, right? We don't have like a single one that's facing this direction.
Correct.
So from what I'm thinking, the person wasn't 100% sure if the worker saw anything, so he was able to approach him without the local freaking out. So the local might have been like looking somewhere else, but the other people saw him, but they didn't.
And figured the worst.
Yeah, but they didn't really 100% were sure that if he saw the deal or not. So they didn't take the risk with that, and they killed him.
Exactly. Because if anybody saw it, right, you'd see a weird, suspicious drug or something going on over there. You'd probably get the hell out of Dodge. So the fact that the local didn't move probably meant that he didn't see anything. But you're not going to take that chance anyway. So the killer came over, maybe talked to him, maybe didn't, maybe snuck up behind him. Can't really tell. But grabbed a hammer, boom, hit him on the back of the head. Possibly twice because there is blood spatter. Now that could have been the hammer getting stuck in the skull and having to be pulled out with force where the blood spatter could end up behind it. Or it could have been 2 hits, 1, 2, and then the second one swinging the hammer back, it could have sprayed behind it. Either way, we'd probably get that from the autopsy to see how many blows to the head. He toppled over the railing, and then there was a little bit of blood on the ground, the size 10 boot. Now, one thing the only piece that you guys didn't do was see if the size 10 was the same size that the victim was wearing. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it would be the same person standing in those footprints, because then we could say, oh, did he fall? That would, complicate the whole thing. Now, the body on the ground actually is a size 11 boot print, so that wouldn't matter anyway. You guys were right on the money saying that was probably the killer's boot print. But if you ever wanted to be absolutely sure, you can always check the size of the boot of the victim on the bottom. So, yep. And then the person probably ran or sprinted over to the box, grabbed all the stuff that he could, probably freaking out because he just killed somebody. Probably an amateur, maybe somebody that was just getting into the drug business or something like that. Because he dropped all of his stuff, sprinted over to get to the boxes, kind of went the long way for some reason, but sprinted over, grabbed the box or whatever he could, stuffed it all into a bag or whatever he could grab, and hightailed it out of here.
Archie understands not going the short way because, one, you're out in the open. The long way, you're kind of protected. You're not going to get really seen going from this side. So I kind of see why he would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, after killing somebody for the first time, your brain's not really thinking the right way, especially while doing anything that would stress you out like that. He's probably panicking from start to finish. So he made a bad choice, or she made a bad choice. It's a he because the boot print was a male boot print. But yeah. Overall, though, you guys did a great job. Good teamwork. You guys definitely pointed out some things that the other person didn't, which was great. And that's why detectives like to work in pairs of 2, because where your brain might be going one direction, your partner might be thinking the other direction. So it's good to either meet in the middle or see which side kind of wins out.
It's good to have constructive criticism.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out what happened, so you can't really let your ego or your imagination get in the way. I do have trouble with my imagination going wild. That's why I tend to keep most of my theories to myself.
And investigations, you can't. Even crazy theories or thoughts sometimes are right, especially in this city where we have groups like, the Mystics that deal with dead bodies, and then you have people like the Plague and Aztecas and all the gangs that we have in this city. Some of them are really messed up, so you kind of have to go kind of crazy sometimes. So worst case scenario, your partner will rein you back in and tell you, nope, maybe not.
We can pin it on the board, but it might not go anywhere. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I feel like you did with everything. They're just dropping off gas.
Good job. That'd be funny if they see the dead body.
That would be pretty funny.
I think they might have did, and they're freaking out.
Maybe. Anyway, you did great. Yeah, the only other thing that we do is we photograph everything, we swab everything, we put everything in evidence bags. And I'll give you one last, if you could do me a favor whenever if you ever find a scene, please collect everything from bodies to body parts to knives to just take everything. Just pick it right up. And then when you have it picked up, you can just clear out the words or anything like that.
Yeah, make sure you're actually thinking about picking it up and taking a mental image of it, so we know that you actually picked it up and just and you're not saying that you picked it up. Because a lot of people just say that they picked it up, but actually didn't think about like picking up the hammer and throwing it in an evidence bag.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, you did great job, Valentine.
Yeah.
I mean, not otherwise, you did a great job.
It just would have been nicer if we had more people. I don't know if you were asking about it, but they were busy.
All right, Valentine, you got any questions to wrap this up?
Not really. And Jill is getting hungry.
Okay. Well, I'll have Connor go take you back, and I will clean this all up. Thank you so much for coming to the workshop. I appreciate it.
Fun cleaning all this up, Jesus.
You know, this kind of does give me the vibe of your birthday party and nobody showing up. Just kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
Put a lot of effort.
Well,
and-
I mean, hey, if no one wants to show up, then that's a lot of strength for them. So. I think she's just happy that someone actually showed up. Oh, it's over here. I mean, at least it's better than Bike's so-called shootout training when you just talked about how to deal with shootouts.
That man has two things he loves doing: talking and eating, sometimes at the same time, which is not healthy.
Yeah, I despise that guy. Don't like him too much.
I tolerate him.
You do more than most could, because I would not.
Well, the latest call seems might be up your alley. Someone is desecrating a
Jesus.
corpse. Yeah, I responded to a
Of
similar
course.
scene.
Lovely. Yeah, I can get on that. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh,
Oh, do it. Where are you? You have the vehicle.
Yeah, I'm coming.
For those type of calls, do you go back to main or do you just roll up there without telling anyone?
I mean, I would say, main, like, normally, we're not like CID. When we don't stick to ourselves. Like, we don't go always into CID ops. Like, because CID always just do that. They would always say that they're on, or around, but never active. They'd always just stick to themselves doing, like, whatever they want. But for us, like, we are actively, like, helping out. Like, if you're not doing investigation stuff, you're in patrol uniform. So those type of calls, we're usually in main unless we're actively doing something. Then we'll say swapping to a CID ops or something. Like if there's a lot of us and we're actually doing stuff, we would swap up there. But mostly if it's just like a normal call like that, then we would go in and on main and just say it's like we're going to be responding to it. It's rare that we actually, it's not rare, but we don't really go up in CID ops unless like we actually need it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I had to call that. Are we going to VBD first or are we going to that call?
We're going to VPD, unless you want to go respond to that call.
I mean, the faster we respond, the more the likelihood of us finding something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
I already marked it. And just
Right.
177.37 to that latest 911. We do
Well,
have one
we don't
officer that
see-
just... Yeah, we
We
did
don't
have
see
one.
anything just yet.
Mm.
Oh, let's do it. I don't trust that guy.
Too old.
100 showcase range.
We do have a carjacking call nearby, so... Let me see the description of the vehicle and we can keep a lookout for it.
Sounds good.
So... Miriam Turner? I think that's, like that typical car that soccer mom drive, the one with like, it's like very low to the ground and, like has a big trunk.
Hmm. What was the color of it?
It was a red worn straw cage. No, sorry, that's another
Yeah,
vehicle.
I'm seeing nothing right now.
All I've got is one locations right now, evidence.
No,
back
actually, it
to
was a
pick them
Komodo.
up.
Never mind. The Miriam. That's Miriam Street. Sorry, I've been away for a very long time, so
Probably grab you some.
a little bit
at the back
There
of
you
all
go.
the
over the place.
I got that.
It's
Did you guys need a
Komodo.
hand? We just finished up the workshop.
Yeah, we got a call about an explosion and some fingers, but we don't have anything here apart from the locations. We don't have a body or anything.
I can stop over if you guys want. If you guys need any evidence bags or anything. If you guys got it, I can.
We are here
Take a
right
look.
now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not getting no match on this, Brev.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I see all the bullet casings.
Hey, here you go. I got two for you.
Just take pictures of it.
Negative, no, at the moment, no.
Alright, let me take pictures of it. I appreciate the... What the fuck?
Is everyone vote?
Did you hear someone?
Did you
on the
hear that?
water?
Yeah, I heard someone just swimming in the water.
Oh, that could be true.
No, that's one of us. It's a street.
I don't think I got your name, Baldy.
Oh, 24K.
I think Baldy sounds better.
And the other person?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I know the old man. I'm talking about the other person with the dreads.
Oh, that's Jamal Brown.
Another Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like son, cousin.
Yeah,
brother,
I'm his son. Yeah.
He wasn't quite sure at the meeting yesterday.
Wait, what? I wasn't even at the meeting.
You know, your father. He wasn't quite sure.
Why
if he
does
was your
Street
father or
always
your
run like
cousin,
that?
or-
We all run out of this now.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just looks like the bullet casing, so... Not much that we can go off of.
Not gonna lie, I thought she was a local for a second.
Oh,
What?
she's
Is
talking
this
shit
what
about that
CID
sergeant.
Is this what
Hello.
CID is teaching you?
Hey,
The
There's no
training's
such thing
already
as
done.
CID anywhere.
Oh. Is this what
CID.
they support you? To be disrespectful to me?
No, that's on her. Okay, so what happened?
We don't know. The only thing we got is the 911 call. Someone just blew this girl up and now taking her fingers. And we got only bullet casings.
Also, Valentine said, why do I always run like that? May that be on record?
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask.
Well,
Oh no, I'm asking about like why
Oh.
does he run like that? Ignore me.
I'm gonna throw up a drone to see if there's anyone around the area.
Because he has a disability.
I wouldn't really call it a disability. I'm just, trying
It's
to
like
make
the-
sure I'm very balanced while running after the criminals,
Like his legs goes like inwards or something. That's why he's running like that.
Yes, I have inverted legs. This is
That's when up is
diabetes.
down and down is up, right?
Oh. What's outside inside?
We should
It's
try
so
that for one
outside.
shift.
No.
Yeah, no,
Why
fuck
not?
that.
But you lose £5 for your next shift, man.
Huh?
How about you lose £5 before your next shift?
Hey, bro, I got like 100 ramen sitting. I can't just leave it there. It's gonna go expire, bro.
Not seeing anything on the drone, so they
Right.
probably stole a car and dipped from the
Jamal
area.
Chimichanga.
Yeah, you're
Sausage chimichanga.
No, it's Jamal Chimichanga.
Just grab the
No, he called you
911
Chimichanga.
call, and we'll
Yeah, and you
See
called
take
you
a
the
couple of
other
these
one.
casings
Sorry,
and
I
do
forgot.
what we can.
Oh my god.
Hey, he called me another word as well, but I don't want to say that.
What, is it
Huh?
because it's true?
Don't know.
Is that a fucking rat?
Yeah, her name is Jill.
Alright, it's time to go, man. I hate rap. The rats, fuck it out.
Yes, you don't want to get onto the Chimichanga.
Kate, drive. Oh, okay, there's not even it. Fuck it out.
Oh. I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm glad you're doing fine, Valentine.
Don't worry,
Should
she's
probably go
clean.
speak to the.
You as
Of
well.
course. What do you mean you? as
See?
well?
Honestly, I suspected that I would wake up from my coma and you died somewhere. I'm just glad that
You wish I died?
No, I said
You
I
sick
expected
fuck.
you.
We need some positivity in this room. My goodness.
The only positive
Sorry.
thing that's happened is. Never mind.
I
The
don't give
positive
it.
thing that happened is Cade looks awesome in his new sunglasses.
No,
But then
I
the
just-
bald head
Those are the
kind of ruins
calls.
it.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Clean.
It's like you did something good, but you did
Looks
something
alright.
bad.
So you got into a bar fight and someone spun his jaw. Now his jaw is his forehead.
I think he shaved his head and then glued it to his face.
It does give him a
That's so
tactical
mean.
advantage in a shootout. He could reflect the sun onto the
So
shooter.
mean.
Flashbang.
And you can throw rats at your suspects. Perfect.
They're not gonna do anything. They're good in my possession, not throwing them at them.
Just train them. Chuck them at the suspects.
Flashbang.
No. Do you know how hard it is
Okay.
to find
Well, if that's all
soul
we
that's
got,
trapped
do we
in the
get
rat
any
and then
burns or anything?
retrain them so they don't?
Rats die every 2 years, no?
Yeah, but these three rats have been having the same soul. It's a whole thing.
Well,
Yeah.
glad you're doing fine.
They stole the car. And then the person,
I was recommended to keep a lot of my theories to myself.
because,
Well, I'm not going to be that way, even though you wish I died.
No, I said that I expected you to die. I said I'm glad that you
I
didn't.
already ran the bullet case.
You
check,
suspected
but I
me
added
to
the
die,
number
what the
on
fuck?
insurance list. So we'll,
You're an inactive person, and I tend to
I'm an
like have the bot.
inactive guy? You just call me inactive?
it looks like it was a WM29 pistol.
Excuse me, Valentine?
What I'm saying is that you are
Yep.
quite a
Inactive.
busy man. No, I said
Alright, I'm gonna
active.
go,
The opposite of
Is-
active.
10-10-42.
Oh, I heard
This
inactive.
guy-
Alright,
not-
thanks guys.
Yeah.
We're all set.
Yep. Appreciate
Okay,
you.
perfect.
Thank you.
What the bugs are company about the rats?
Have you found the body?
No. There was, nothing left behind besides, bullet casings.
Do you think the
So-
body might have been blown up into the water?
It
Has your motion sensor went off yet?
maybe,
So get eaten by the murder kitty.
not likely, because
It's
she
just
was in
go
there
off,
in
so
the
it's
water
somewhere
looking
in
around,
this
so...
field. I don't know where. Need one back to me.
You want me to just drop me off at VP?
Yeah. Are you going for you too, or
Get the dog
are you guys
back.
sticking around?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going 42. I completely forgot about this because I had a psych eval for Officer Button, so I
Don't
need to
worry.
get that done.
Don't worry. I forgot about this happening as well. I just
I
kind
think a
of
lot of people did.
kind of just spotted you at the corner at the hallway, and I remember like, oh yeah, the thing was CIT. Like, damn
Yeah.
it. You know,
Uh,
I feel like calling you CIT is basically just dead naming you.
I mean, we're kind of like Sadie, but like I was saying before, we're not trying to be like Sadie because I know they kind of stuck to themselves. But we get why people say it because we're basically we basically are CID.
We're a creature of habits. We takes us a very
Yeah.
long time to get used to something new.
Mm. There we are. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm gonna go for it too and deal with this psyche eval. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and appreciate you showing up to the workshop.
Thank you.
You as well. Hopefully, I don't end up at your
Thanks,
clinic
Scott,
anytime
for
soon.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's. Put me in a room, a rubber room with rats. That makes me crazy. Crazy? I was once crazy. They put me in a room, a rubber room. A rubber room
Dispatcher
with rats.
613 1042. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one.
See ya.
It's 135 to any available units.
Yes.
We need one unit to meet us down here at the baseball field.
10-4.
What's the fucking vehicle that got banana? Hmm.
Tell me. You ain't use a rubber? Man, you know she burning, right?
Ah. Albany banana? Black. Fuck, that car is very common around here.
Foot, on your foot.
Barry, I guarantee the park rangers just found more weed over there.
Wanna call him?
Yeah, how...
I can go and help him out if you need.
Quiet, or whisper. Somebody shut the... Put a muzzle on the fucking dog.
Alright, where's the fucking...
Wait, do it. Let me give this to you, because I'm not gonna be around for much longer. Tenna, what'd you...
We'll stand by over here. We're at the very back of the observatory.
177 in this channel. You still need Elia?
We relayed with somebody. They're dealing with a current op, and they're gonna meet with us here in a little bit. But we should be good.
I'm still 10-8 there. Deal with something else.
Yeah, I think they're gonna want to. Yeah, we're dealing with something along the same lines. I think they're gonna want to bring their crew out here for this as well.
10-4. Going back to me.
Appreciate it.
How many officers are around? 8.
These are ready. These are ready to be picked.
Let's just hide in here, guys. There is 38 prongs here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Leave.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do much on Valentine.
I've already put down too many. I've got 2.
It's gonna be around for a minute.
Oh. Emily's streaming. Man, I'm fucking like missing everything. Jesus Christ. Alright, time for some brown ice. Sup? Wait, was I muted that whole time? Fuck. Yo, what's up? Anyone on this radio?
Sunshine and good weather. Looking for a real American vacation? Visit the Shining Jewel in the Rust Belt.
Shit, where the fuck did I put my bike? Don't run me over. Don't run me over, you fuck.
No effing way.
God damn it, why am I like so fucking unlucky when... Huh. Why did I hotwire this one that's already like fucked up instead of that one over there? Say 8 days ago. I think this might be a good place to fucking end the stream here. Have a good one.